So it finished rendering, and this is what it looks like. And looking at it now, it all looks the same. And I think we need to change some of the ribbons to make them look a little different. So let's go back to Photoshop, and let's save our scene first. Alright, let's go back to Photoshop. Alright, so this was our starting texture. Let's make something new. So using the same, since I add an extra layer right here, we'll go ahead and make something else. So, let's see, we'll use Filter Forge again. I like it, so we'll use it. Make something a little different. Like this electricity that comes with it is kind of nice. And we'll tile it and get it. Will be good. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do color range and select the black area, and pull back the fuzziness just to make it a little more. And we're gonna select inverse and Control J, and that cuts out a few pieces of it, like that. And then I'm gonna probably take the eraser tool and kind of erase out certain pieces. Like so. And let's see. I think we'll go into liquefy and then kind of mess around with it. And give a little motion blur too. So motion blur. Probably a little too much. That's pretty good right there. Yeah. And so do a little more erasing. Maybe these are like entities that are going through the ribbon or something, I don't know. So maybe make another layer, or duplicate that layer maybe, and then go to filter, and let's try Gaussian blur. Move it underneath. Alright. Save as TGA tendril score. Say it's electric. And what I could actually do is maybe. Now let's see how that looks. Okay, go back to Unreal and open up the content browser, textures, import, electric, hit OK, there's that. Go back to our materials, right click, create copy. So I'll call this tendril electric. Grab the texture, drop it in. Or what you can do is, there's another thing you can do. If you select the texture and you select this, you hit the little arrow, it replaces it. So let's drop this down like this. And do we want the little specs? Probably not. So let's just feed that right into there, like that. So now now instead of going in and finding you can actually overwrite the material itself. You're overwriting it, but it's kind of like temporary, not temporary, but it's like you're not deleting them what it looks like the original one looked like. So say for example, let's see, let's find one here. Like this one right here. Okay, so if we select this and hit F4, oops. Now I see I unselected it and it says nothing. The way to fix that is to select again and select the lock. Now if you undo it, it still has it remembered which one you selected. So we go static mesh actor, rendering, undo materials, click the little plus sign. Now we select our new material and click where that says. Now it's going the wrong direction. So that's easy to change. Double click our material and see we panning it right here on the 1. You just do -1. Actually, just slow it down a bit, -6. There we go, there's that one done. Okay. And then let's get another one to choose. Let's choose, maybe we'll do that one. Same thing again, F4, lock it in place, plus sign, select this one, and add. Now this one is also going the opposite direction. So don't really want to change the other one. So I think the UVs on this one is backwards when I exported it out. So I'm going to make a duplicate of this. To okay, and then grab that one, F4 before I let it go, lock it in place, click, there we go. I think that one's getting lost with the other one. So let's select that. And let's rotate it a little bit. Move it down a little bit. There we go. And see, now that's mirroring up with this one, so looks the same, which I don't like. So gonna select that one and go to the panner, and maybe we'll make it a little slower. There we go, so it's a little different looking. And this one is here. Let's make a duplicate of it. So it's Control W, and I'm just going to go back to zero on the y-axis right there. So right click, pivot, mirror Y. And I think we'll do another texture, make it a little different also. So remember to save, or you could do save all writable packages and levels too. So let's see. Also, you notice it doesn't look right down here because when you look up, it should be giving you a nice like blue aura or something. So maybe what would be a good idea is to grab one of these and duplicate it. Give it more of a presence in the level. Same with over here too. Give it more of a presence. And crank up the fall off a little bit. And I think we'll make one more. So save it and save all packages. Okay. We'll make one more. So another layer. Alright, I think we're gonna leave it as it is. And I'm gonna start going on to the center point. So anyway, here's the center point. Okay, so if you look at the video again, we've got this wonderful it's like beams of light coming out, followed by this inner looks like more light, and then we got this big halo, like a big object in the middle. So we can do. It's probably a particles is what this is. These are actually meshes, and this is a particle. So I think we'll do it using particle also. So I think we'll concentrate on, for the next part, we'll concentrate on getting these little light beams coming out. So let's go back into Photoshop. And gonna make a new texture. And we'll do 512 also. And if you hear a cat crying in the background, that is my little cat. I had to trap him away because he was causing issues when I was recording. Which is kind of sad, but otherwise I wouldn't be able to give you a tutorial. Okay, so yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do some like lines almost. So start off here. Let's do like 0.2. Oops. Copy some more. Like that. Okay. So say we got, that's like our basis right there. Maybe add a little more. Okay. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse them all down so there's just one layer. Go into our brushes. Go to the eraser. Gonna select a little fall off here. And just kind of these in a little bit. Like that. So this is going to be essentially our texture. So duplicate that and collapse it again. Now I'm going to make a new texture. So 512 by 512 and make it black like that. Oops. And I'm going to go back to snap and drag this over to here. Okay, and go to image, transform, warp. Oops. Oh, he's really pissed at me. Alright. So scale it in and essentially making the halo look. So you know, transform so that would go on the bottom like that. Oops. Bend it a little more, and duplicate again, and rotate, like so. And then what we could do now is select center, for example, and we want to go to filter, modify feather, and I'll do 20 pixels, and then hit delete. So we get that nice fall off to it. Now there's other ways to do this too. We could just use Filter Forge again, but I wanted to show another way of making it. If you want to do it the Filter Forge way, you would just go to Filter Forge like that. And you could use the flare gen. Whoops. Use the flare gen and make as many points as you possibly can. And then we're gonna do like ring size is 0 and no glow. Flare size like that. It does look better. And then let's see, make a color range, select it. So you just get that piece. We just want the inner piece. Invert, Control J to copy, and then you can duplicate it like that. And then same thing, you can go in and oops, from the center like that. And feather. And then delete, 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 delete. See, that one looks better. My one by hand, not so good, but could use them both, and they both look together. So for this one, we'll use. I think that looks better than mine personally. My quick one I made. Well, we could use both, because they both could be used in different areas. So okay, so gonna export. So save as. So we're gonna do this center. Flare. Save as. Center flare 2. And now we're going to go into Unreal and bring them in.